Yo, yo, what the hell is up, everybody? Mario Kaleo, and we are in another exciting and thrilling and adventurous episode of From Grateful to Greatness. Got my Rocky shirt on, feeling good. Every video starts off with me being thankful, so I am thankful for my friends, my family, my fiance, everybody who follows me on Facebook and Twitter, all of you for taking the time to watch this video, and God and the universe for allowing your boy another day on this planet to talk to you. So I had a little, something happened last night, and it was an interesting thing, and I was kind of struggling on whether or not I should even tell you guys, because I didn't want it to come off like I was showing off or bragging, because I'm not. But I then decided, let me tell everybody, because it is something that has been brought up on the page numerous times, and it's something I've said, it's something I know other people have said. So I decided, let me tell you guys, because it is a good story, and it was a kind of cool thing that happened. So last night I'm at the gym, right? And I'm on the treadmill, and I'm, running and whatever. That's not how I run. I don't run like a rock'em sock'em robot. So I'm running, right, and there's this guy on the treadmill next to me, and he's a bigger dude. He's a pretty heavy-set guy, and he is just dying. He's dying, and he's walking slowly, and he's dying. Now, I'm seeing it out of the corner of my eye, and I couldn't help but remember the way I was back at that time. When I was walking at, 2.5 miles an hour on a treadmill, and I was just drenched, and that was all I could do, and I felt like I was going to die. And, I'm running at like 6.3 miles per hour. I got it on a 2.0 incline. I'm jogging and I'm sweating, but I look sturdy as I'm doing it. And he's watching me, and he's just like, I could see this look on his face of like, this guy like thinks I'm like Superman or something. And I'm thinking in my head, God, if only this guy knew, like, I was him once, and how long it took to get to the point I'm at, If only he knew. And I've had this similar thought process before. Never to this personal of a degree, but I've seen other people that were really big, struggling and trying really hard, and I've had the feeling where I'd be like, man, let me just go give them a little word of encouragement, but then I'd stop myself because I feel like lame. I'm like, it's kind of awkward, right? I don't even know this person. I feel weird. And I know that other people that follow this page that I've talked to have had similar experiences where they've been the one that have lost the weight and wanted to tell someone else, hey, it's all good. Like you're gonna get through this. But they stop themselves for the same reason I always do. Last night I just finally decided, man, let me just do it. Whatever. If he looks at me and is like, what the fuck, weirdo, then hey, then I know not to do it ever again. But I took off my headphones as I stopped. I cooled down. I stopped. And I looked over him and I said, hey, man. And he took his headphones off and he's like, hey, what's up? And I said, look, dude, I said, just so you know, it's going to get easier. I know you're struggling. I see you're working really hard, man. And it's going to get a lot easier, man. Just understand. I'm like, I was 460 pounds once. And I couldn't do barely walking at 2.5, 3 miles an hour where I would feel like drenched. I'd be completely worn out. And I told him, I'm like, I'm not saying this to you to brag, man. I'm telling you right now, stick with it. Stay strong, man. Just keep going, because it does get easier. And one day you're going to be able to do things you never thought you could do. And first of all, the guy looked, pretty stunned. And then he almost looked like he was going to cry. And then he just smiled and he said, thank you. Really, thank you, man. And I said, no problem, dude. Just stick with it. Put his headphones back on, and he kept on doing what he was doing. I don't know why. I just decided I wanted to tell you guys this, because not to make me look like some kind of saint or not to brag or anything like that. It's just because it was an incredibly good feeling to be the guy that I wish I had when I started. I mean, I did this alone in a basement. Nobody was there to tell me, don't worry, it'll be easier, don't worry. I was on a journey alone, basically. Nobody was there to say, oh, come on, man, you can do it. There was no, like, real life model of what I was trying to get to for me. I was very alone, and it felt alone. It felt lonely. So that was really the great thing about last night, was to tell somebody else who's going through what I was going through, just stick with it, man. Don't worry about it. It sucks right now, and it's never gonna be easy. But there will be a day you can do things that you never thought possible. There's going to be a day you can do things. Your body's going to be able to do things where you're going to feel like a superhero. I mean, every single time I'm on that treadmill running, I always, never, without fail, I never forget to think about where I started every time. And I always crack a smile every time I do, because to be able to run that speed with a 2.0 incline when I couldn't even walk with an incline at 1.5 years ago in 2010. Oh, man, I honestly just can't express the kind of euphoria it brings to me, the kind of charge, the kind of strength, and the kind of drive it continues to give me. I never forget where I came from, because I don't want to. That's how I remember who I was, so I never go there again. I never want to be that guy again, but at the same time, it's also to give myself the charge to know, look how far I've come. And that's it, guys. If any of you out there are ever thinking in your head, should I tell somebody this at the gym? You absolutely should. Suck it up, just do it, because those people that are starting off need that encouragement. They need to know that this impossible task is very possible. And if you are a real life model of what's possible, it is your absolute duty and responsibility and obligation to pay it forward to other people. And that is it. It's time for Scrambies and oatmeal, baby. I'm going to get out of here. Sorry for going so long-winded on this one, but, it's a good story right now. This is a story. Had to get that out there. Remember, all you need is a start and some heart. Peace.